Welcome to the Go Guess Podcast, a podcast about we haven't quite decided yet, but we're going to keep doing it anyway. I am sick.
And I'm in Fortnite, Lois. You got me feeling. You sound terrible.
I know. Man, I watched the trailer for the for the new Fortnite chapter recently, and so I watched it earlier today, and yesterday I was looking at leaks, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't know who most of these characters. Is that fucking swole Peter Griffin in the background?
Yeah, it is, and I'm not gonna lie, I might want to buy it because it's so stupid.
Okay, but here's the real question. So imagine swole Peter Griffin. Man does not have a neck. He has
Nope.
the Juggernaut's helmet for a head, and it's connected directly to his shoulders.
Yeah.
Does his no neck have a bigger hitbox? Like, are you more of a liability as swole Peter? That's what I gotta know.
Well, you see, I thought the same thing when I bought the Hulk, and I want to say no, but
Okay.
I really don't know.
You know, it makes sense that you wouldn't want that, but I do gotta say, maybe this is one of those things where the dev is like, oh, you want to look really fucking stupid? All right, you're gonna be punished for it, but here you go. Yeah, you could do whatever you want here. You know what? You could be swole Peter Griffin. Good luck dying more, idiot.
Well, you already stick out like a sore thumb being all cell shaded and shit.
Yeah, that is true. It's so easy if you're like if you've played Fortnite recently, it's so easy to spot a Rick or a Morty or a fucking like
a Goku,
an
anime character.
They're so easy. Yeah, like Eren Yeager. Eren Yeager is harder to spot because of the greens and
colors.
stuff, but God, anybody else and you're like, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fine because all the Fortnite characters are very colorful, but they're muted.
Mm-hmm.
So the cell shaded characters kind of stand out. Although some of the characters are glowing and shit, so it doesn't really matter. And it also depends on if the person spotting you has skills or not to hit you.
Yeah. There are so many times where you're like, hey, I'm being shot at, and you can hear them unload an entire clip, and you're like, they didn't hit me once. I guess I'm just going to turn around and look at them. It's probably fine.
That's me for sure, baby.
You're an up-close specialist.
Yeah, I'm an explosionist, and I'm up-close guy.
Up-closenist?
Up-closenist. But it depends, because, match to match, it depends. I'm either good this match, or I'm bad this match. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? And it fluctuates so rapidly because you'll get me and Fee will do duos in Fortnite, and they're one match where wow, we've killed literally 15 people between us. This is crazy. And then we get into the next match, and you don't even make it out of the area. You drop because you're like, wow, I landed, and immediately. I had a gun. The guy I was fighting had a worse gun, and then I died. I don't know how it happened.
I just get cocky. I'm like, man, we did real good that last round. I get cocky and die.
You're like, wow, let me use my grenade launcher only. And somebody is like, well, here's an SMG, and you're like, ow, stop it! I'm trying to hit you with my grenade launcher. Stop it!
Listen, just give me a rocket launcher and put me on the back of a cart, and I'll hit everybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the new trailer showed off some cool stuff that some different wall climbing stuff. Vaulting is coming back. Yeah. There's gonna be a train.
Dude, I saw the train. I was like, oh fuck, I'm hyped for that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm dropping on the train first thing.
Hijacking a train fucking Wild West style.
Man, ain't no one stopping me. No one's stopping me from dropping train every time.
Dude, that shield and gun, that's going to be my thing.
Yeah, dude.
That, what's
the riot
name?
shield?
Yeah, Jonesy, I think his name is.
Yeah, Jonesy.
I hate that I know that.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, the more that I, because I'll play Fortnite, and I do so from a distance where I'm like, I'm not Gen Z. I'm not, into Fortnite, but, I play Fortnite. But the fact that oh, yeah, I know Jonesy. I know about the banana guy. I know about this strong cat. I don't know what his name is, but I do know about him. It's embarrassing.
Okay, well, Well, sorry, the banana guy. His name is Peely.
His name is Peely. You're right. Yeah.
I know that because I have a Funko Pop of him right here.
Oh God, why?
I didn't buy it.
Okay.
My ex had bought it, but I guess she just put it in my collection and gave it to me.
That's what you count as giving to you. You moved out and her shit was with your shit and you went, I'm not separating this. She won't miss it. It's mine.
There was one shit and it was that Funko Pop and like nothing else. I get
Yeah,
well,
listen, I didn't move out with anything else. Looks over at her wallet. I'm like, no, nothing else.
well, like to be fair, I think I have her high school diploma somewhere.
Oh hell yeah.
And if I find it, I mean, I don't know what to do. Like, she go
God,
get a new one.
I felt so bad. My the last time, like 2 times ago, whenever we moved, um, like I think either my wife or somebody, like my wife or my wife's family, broke my diploma. Like I had my framed college degree, and they broke it, and and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Like I was like, I like hanging up my diploma when I have it. So it's fine. It's not that big a deal. My wife was like, no, we'll get it fixed. And so my wife's parents took it, had it fixed. Like it looks really nice. They brought it back. Like I saw a picture of it and they gave it back to me and I was like, great. That was probably 6 or 7 years ago and I still haven't unwrapped it. It's just sitting. It was sitting in a closet for 5 years, and now it's in another closet or the garage or something. I don't even know where it is now. It's probably in the house somewhere.
That's so good. Speaking of like leaving stuff at exes, my sister told me today because I'm letting her use my PS4 because I really don't need it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she bought GTA 5 for it like last year because I lent it to her since last year. But if you know anything, like this year, she broke up with her boyfriend at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And when we finally got the game stuff out of storage, she's like, "Oh, I fucking can't wait to play GTA 5." Well, she left it at his house.
Oh no!
And now she's just like, "Well, fuck! Like, what do you do? Like, you can't just go back and be like." I just came to get my one game.
Yeah, it's been too long. Like, reasonably, he could be like, no, that's not your game. That's my game.
Yeah, he didn't even have a PS4. He didn't fucking...
Yeah.
He's trash at games.
No, it's mine.
He's no... Yeah, no, it's mine. It's mine, see? Yeah.
Yeah, look, hey, smell the game case. Does it smell like me? Yeah, it does, because it's mine.
Yeah, it smells like a failure.
Ooh, damn. Ooh, fucking burn.
Fucking burn that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. So you want to know what happened to me? I think, what was it yesterday? Friday?
I would love nothing more. By the way, my voice has been like this for probably 4 or 5 days. And I have to preface a lot of things at work with like, hey, I am actually enthused. I'm actually happy to be here. I know it doesn't sound like it, but that's just life right now.
Your problem is you got to stop waking up and gargling semen.
It's for vitality.
Yeah, but it's not doing you any favors. You know you're allergic.
Yeah, but like, how am I gonna stay youthful if I don't consume life? You know what I mean?
Drink the blood of a newborn child.
I'm not that Democrat. Okay.
I'd say you gotta bathe in it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You gotta take it and get the adrenochrome out of him. Yeah.
Or what is that one guy doing? He has a son and he does like a blood transfusion to keep him.
Yeah. That's a dude that also. So I was watching the Trash Taste episode with their editor, and their editor takes like 20 pills a day of just supplements, like in vitamins, and he learned from that guy like what supplements to be taking, and apparently this dude like does it way more. So he's taking like 40 pills a day. That's like, oh, this is your vitamin B12, this is your whatever, and like it's that and blood transfusions from his young son to try and stay youthful and never die.
Oh my god! Yeah. It's 100 like something pills that he takes like every day, and he has like a cup of them, and you see him like put some of the pills into his mouth and drink some water. Then you just hear him crunch the pills. I'm like, ugh. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm like 50 years old with the body of like a 40-year-old or the body health of a 40-year-old." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Dude," I'm like, like
Yeah, wow,
no,
really worth.
he's like 40 and like with the body health of like a 36-year-old. And I'm like, "That is not worth it to live the way you do."
No, the thing, everybody, like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you got to take care of your body, like diet, exercise, make sure, and like, I think I'm at the age where like I do have to start doing that because what I was banking on, I was really banking on by the time I was 70, they were just going to have a way to put my brain inside of a robot or hook it up to a computer and then I just live in the internet. Like I was really banking on that and being like, well, it doesn't matter what happens to my body. I don't give a fuck. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen because we got people like Elon Musk at the helm and he doesn't know shit about dick. So
Hey, you never know. Like we still have like a good 30 or so years.
yeah, we do. I am pretty positive that we're not going to get to the point where they're like, yeah, you now live in Ready Player One. I don't think we're going to get to that existence because, like,
I
even
don't
with VR the way that it is, we may get to the point where like people can do Ready Player One stuff, but I don't think we're going to get to the point where it's like we're going to take your brain and you now live in the metaverse.
I just want them to copy my personality and me and
Mm-hmm.
everything and put it like on a chip or a USB, and that way like my family, if they like as they're getting older, they could know me by playing a game and have me as like an NPC.
Man, that's that's a really cool idea, but also like it depends. I don't know. It depends on how close to you it is and how much you're interacting with him. Because if like imagine that like imagine your like great grandson like comes home from school and he's really upset and he like locks himself in his room and his parents are like, just leave him alone, he'll figure it out, and he like turns on his computer and he boots up great grandpa.exe, and then he's talking to you like he's talking to virtual you and he's like, yeah, I got bullied in school because I don't like Goku, and now virtual you is like, oh, it's okay, it's okay to be wrong about things sometimes, you really got to get into Goku, um and like he's like forming this bond with you, but it's like it's not you, it's a copy of you. Like, I don't know how I feel about that because it's weird. It is like Blade Runner where you're like, I don't know, this man fell in love with a computer program, and that's like from one end, like we talked about this, it's like from his end it's like, well, it's real, it doesn't matter if it's real or not, but like also I don't know, from an outsider perspective it does sound so sad to imagine that like
Yeah, but what's the difference of like putting yourself in the game? Like he forms this bond with you as you're in the game,
mhm.
and all the same things happen. You can't come out of the game, but it's just he doesn't know if you are actually like your consciousness is in the game or maybe it's a copy of it.
Yeah, but like if it's specifically the thing that I'm thinking is if it's like a structure of like Dragon's Dogma or Fortnite or whatever, where it's like, yeah, somebody's playing with you and they're telling you things. Like the way that you can interact is like limited, so it's less human. But if he can like see you and see that you're like responding to the things that he's saying and like learning stuff about him, and he's like, you know, telling you stories and you're like asking, like recalling things about like whatever
About
oh
my
well, when
time.
your grandfather was alive, like I did this, uh like I
He did.
things, it starts
He
to
didn't
get
like the idea
yeah,
of
yeah,
putting his consciousness in a computer.
he didn't like the idea that I was going to be around forever, and he wasn't. So, well, you know what? He didn't like Goku either. So, I mean,
So like, listen, like, I'm just the. This is why you came to talk to great grandpa Fee
mhm.
to show you what's right in life. Now go watch One Piece. I'm sure it's still going on.
Yeah, yeah. How's Two Piece? Are they on Three Piece yet?
They couldn't be. No, not in my great grandson. No, it's still going two piece. Still.
Man.
What I mean, Oda's sick right now, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. He in the most recent I guess the most recent chapter was actually like full length art was fine, but 2 chapters ago he put out one that was like 4 pages under what he should, and the chapter after that it was the correct length, but he didn't finish drawing everything. It was like a fucking Hunter x Hunter chapter. So people were like, is he okay? Is everything
Yeah.
all right?
And he's just like coughing up blood, and he's like, "Oh no, guys, I'm fine. I'm doing just fine. I'll do better next time." Just he's dying slowly. He doesn't want to be like the guy who did Berserk. He wants to finish his fucking story,
Man,
or at least
I
tell someone how he wants it finished and have them do it like his understudy.
yeah, I mean Togashi of Hunter x Hunter did say like this, like I have an idea of like what the ending could be. He's like the thing is what was reported is like he told everybody what the ending of Hunter x Hunter is just in case he doesn't finish it. But what actually happened is he said, "Yeah, I've got like 4 ending. Like I've got 3 endings that I'm considering, and then I have one ending that I didn't like so much, and it's probably not going to happen. So I'll just tell you what that ending is, just in case I die." So that's what that is.
What was the ending?
So it's like an ending that if he lives won't be the ending, but if he dies, you can consider
No,
it the
I
ending,
mean,
I guess.
did he say the ending? Did he
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
people
yeah, yeah. He did.
What do you know what it is?
No.
Well, fuck here. I thought you were explaining it. I thought you knew what it was. Then again, why should I think you're reading Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. That's the end of it.
Before we go on, I wanted to tell you what happened on Friday at work with a coworker. None that I've talked about before on here, but it was a really awkward interaction, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to work, and he's passing me down, everything I should know for the shift, and I'm like, cool. And then, when I walk in, he's like laughing,
Mm-hmm.
and he tells me this stuff, and he's like, "Hey, tell me why this is so funny." And he has a video on his computer, and I'm like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Okay." And I already know him. He's not a funny person.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls up a video, and it's a Joe Rogan podcast clip.
Oh no.
And already I'm like, oh no.
Damn.
And he plays it, and it's Joe Rogan talking to this guy, and the guy's like, oh fuck, what did it say? He's like, tell me why like Monster Energy is like the drink for guys who beat their wives. And Joe's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm not saying that people who drink Monster beat their wives. I'm just saying that like the majority of people that beat their wives drink Monster.
Do drink Monster, yeah.
And
Fair.
I'm like, and dude, my coworker was just dying, and he was like, "Tell me why that's so funny." I'm like, I don't know. What do you think it's so funny?
Yeah, I don't
And I'm
know.
like,
Why you tell me?
and I'm like dead. I haven't chuckled. I haven't like laughed or anything. I'm just like, all right. And then like
Cool.
he turns it all off like real quick, and he's like, "Okay, well I'll see you tomorrow." And he leaves. I'm like, God, oh, man. I'm like, oh, it was really awkward, and I hated it that like he showed it to me, and he like realized that like I didn't think it was funny, and then got out of there.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I don't know.
I mean, he was really expecting you to be like, oh man, yeah, God, he's right. That Monster Energy do be making you hit your wife. You ever hit your wife after you drink a Monster? Ah, it happens.
Uh, when I think about Monster, I think about femboys, because that's like a trope with them, right?
True, yeah.
Where them like, oh, they got the monster, they're gonna crush it in their thighs,
Mm-hmm.
or they're gonna put it in their butt or something. I don't know.
God. the way in which you just casually throw out, yeah, they're gonna put in their butt or something. I don't know. That's a normal, regular thing everyone does. Can of Monster is huge. Femboys can handle it. It's fine.
Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that. Listen, it's not just for crushing thighs. It's for putting in butts. All right, moving on.
Thank you, Fee. Thank you, God.
I was gonna say too, when you said that you're watching Trash Taste, and they had their editor on. We should bring Zeta on.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
That would be fun. Zeta, if you're listening, let us know.
Zeta would class it up. So
you make us look like chumps.
Just to tell you, I looked at the ending of Hunter x Hunter, the one that Togashi says, this is the ending in case I die.
All right.
It's too sweet. Gon is a grandpa, and he has a granddaughter. Gonpa, yes. And she's really similar to Gon. She catches the same fish that he catches.
She has a wiener.
She has a wiener. And then everybody is like arguing about whether or not she should go be a hunter. And then it just goes to like everybody else's descendants, and they're all happy. And then there's a figure watching in the distance. And it's like, okay, well, this is just fucking nothing.
Well, who's the figure in the distance?
That's Hunter 2 Hunter. That's when that comes out.
Hunter X Hunter X Hunter.
Hunter X Hunter X Hunter X Hunter X Hunter. That's what it is.
Hunter X Hunter X Hunted.
Ooh, yeah, that's
yeah, there we go. That's the logical leap.
Yeah, honestly.
So, we'll move on because we have a bunch of a bunch of new trailers just dropped.
We do.
But can I say fucking the Game Awards coming up, and don't think I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, have you done it?
You know what? We actually, a lot of the calls we both agreed on.
Okay.
Might say for like 3 or 4.
Okay, so those 3 or 4 are going to be the ones that it boils down to, and I will say, almost every call that we didn't agree on, I guarantee you, is me thinking that Hi-Fi Rush is going to take it, and you're like, no.
Yeah, every time you said it was Hi-Fi Rush, it was like music or like presentation. I think so. Those will be the ones that I'm gonna laughing all the way to my fucking bank. I was trying to slip. I was trying to slip in like Christmas lingo because it is December. So we're deep inside of Santa's holiday. Santa's sack.
Yes, correct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this is just what life is about. It's like you live the other 11 months to get to December. So that's what's going on.
Honestly, yeah, like true. Like I keep saying the year goes by so fast. We're gonna hit January, and we're gonna speed run the year until like September. Then it'll slow down to like a crawl. It's always how it works, and I don't know why it is that way, but it is that way.
Dude, it's the worst. Like somebody's done research and they've been like, yeah, you experience time a lot faster than you normally would the older that you get. And so it gets to the point where you're like, wow, I'm really just speed running through all the years. And the advice that they give you is like, you should, you have to pick up a new hobby or a new skill like that. Making your brain learn stuff slows time down. But if you're just like going to, like going to work and doing your regular chores or whatever, then you're not going to be like, you're going to be experiencing time very fast because your brain is just like, blah, it's fine. I already know what's coming, blah.
That's also fair. Time has been slowing down for me. I've been learning some new skills. I've been
With
learning
this sponsor, brilliant.org.
I've been learning about scents with our new sponsor, Scentbird.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. But not really. If Scentbird hears this, please sponsor us. Or Whataburger sponsor us.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, if we could get a Whataburger sponsorship, how about this? Whataburger. Here are my terms. Imagine the meme. I'm the guy with the long hair, and on the left, it's like a trade offering, right?
Yeah.
On the right, you get an ad read on our podcast every podcast episode, and I will commit to finding $50,000 to start the first Whataburger in Washington. That way I can go to it. Only 50,000. You have to put up the rest.
That's a good deal, Whataburger. I'm just saying.
And
look, we want everyone in Washington to experience your breakfast on a buns.
Yeah. And you know what? No one in Texas except outside of the Corpus area calls them Bob's, but we're gonna start it up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I'm not here. We'll do a free little thing. Colby, what is your favorite order from Whataburger?
Oh, my standard order used to be number 2 with cheese, no tomatoes, what a size with the chocolate shake. Then it became, whenever I was like, oh, I'm getting older and fatter, it became a number 1 with cheese, no tomatoes, with a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I'm not feeling it, I just get a number 1. I don't get a number 2 anymore because I can't finish it.
Yeah.
Because the meat is so big.
Yeah. Oh, the meat is so big and it's so good and so rich.
It's so succulent.
Mm-hmm.
It's a number 1 with cheese. Always got cheese.
Yeah.
Number 1 with cheese, mayonnaise, no mustard, no tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
no pickles, grilled onions,
Mm-hmm.
and toasted buns sometimes.
Grilled onions, that's a clincher. I never do it, but I should.
Always. Yeah, it's so good. And then you got to water size it with the Dr. Pepper and no ice. And then onion rings instead of fries.
Ooh, man. Get that custom, baby. Custom.
Hell yeah, that's the fee custom. But sometimes when I'm just not I don't want anything plain, I'll get the what is it? The sweet and spicy burger.
Oh, the sweet and spicy burger is honestly underrated. Was it on the all-time favorite menu?
It's now a normal staple. It doesn't get interchanged.
Hell yeah. Back in the day, they used to be like, oh, it's this month. It's now the A1 a thick and hearty burger. Now it's the Chop House cheddar burger. But now they've just taken all of those and thrown them away, and they've put 4 on the menu.
Yeah, I'd say there's 4. There's the sweet and spicy.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
patty melt.
The patty melt. Ooh, I love the patty melt sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken tender sandwich.
Yeah.
The barbecue chicken tender sandwich.
That's right.
And then what's the last one?
Who cares? Because it's not a thing I order.
Yeah, it's not what I order, but I know it's there. But A1 thick and hearty. I missed that burger. I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, I don't I think they stopped doing it because I'm sure A1 was yeah, all right, yeah, our licensing deal was for whatever $70,000, and you can have A1, it's fine. And then they were yeah, well now it's 100, and they were fuck you, I ain't doing that.
We're Whataburger. We don't fucking negotiate.
Yeah, A1 thick and hearty burger. How about A1 thick and hearty dick in your ass? How about that?
That's what they told him at the meeting.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Burger, and I approve this message.
Listen, if we want that sponsorship,
yeah,
we have to talk good about them. I mean, that's easy. I mean, of course, we're going to talk good about them. Love Whataburger.
Listen, Whataburger, it's so easy to talk about. If they asked me to do an entire episode about Whataburger, I could do it. If they asked me to do an episode about Whataburger every year, I could do it. It wouldn't even be hard.
I just want them to bring the old design for What a Guy back. And I want during Christmas to bring the trains back.
The trains got to come back. Okay, that's part of the terms and conditions, right? We're paying you money. We're giving you advertising. These are my demands for this deal. Trains got to come back. Okay.
Or at least give us some trains.
Trains got to come back, and then me and Fee both got to get a black card. And you can just go in and get one order of anything that you want per day. Only one order. It's only for one person, so like it's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Dude, look. Wouldn't it be cool if they sponsored us? But like, they were such a good sponsor. They were like, "Why don't you come up down to the fucking Whataburger headquarters and we'll give you a tour, and then you can do a special episode with Mr. Burger himself."
Yeah, like, dude, hell yeah.
I'd do it. I'd do it. In a heartbeat.
Yeah, Whataburger, are you listening?
Are you fucking listening, Whataburger?
Whataburger, I'm sick.
He's sick and singing praises.
Here's the thing. I may be dying. I don't know. You don't know. So consider this my make-a-wish. Consider, in case I do die, everybody on the internet is going to shit on you and be like, this guy just wanted to do an ad read for Whataburger on his podcast that they wouldn't let him. I want everybody on the internet to do that. Yes, this is blackmail. No, it's not illegal. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. This is not illegal.
Listen, he's sick. He's kind of like, what's it called? He's confused. It's okay.
Listen.
I'll listen.
Listen. It's fine, okay? I've decided it's fine. Don't fucking at me.
Listen, we've talked. We shined Whataburger for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, for free, by the way. For free. That's just a little taste. 5 minutes. Sometimes we go for 2 hours. I'll do a fucking podcast for 2 hours about Whataburger. I don't give a fuck. If you want me to do a 2-hour podcast from a Whataburger parking lot, from the back of an orange and white pickup truck outside of a Corpus Christi Hooks game, I'll do it.
If you want some of our merch to have the Whataburger like outlined in the back, just let us know, dude. Actually, that sounds sick.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Like having our merch is just us podcasting, eating a burger with the silhouette of Whataburger in the back. Yo.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's it.
That's fucking it. That's gonna be our first shirt.
God. Perfect. 10 out of 10. No 10 notes. 10.
Hell yeah. Anyway, so okay, Whataburger, we've gassed you up enough. We're gonna talk about different stuff.
Yeah, we've got other things to talk about, baby. So we talked about Fortnite. Great. That's one of the 4 things in the title of this stream crossed off. Let's go. We're only half an hour in. This episode's gonna be 3.5 hours long, baby.
Oh God, no, it won't. We'll be fine. So I want to talk about Fallout.
The game, or
yeah, the game.
You talking about Starfield?
No. The show.
Oh.
God, Cole, I know you're sick, but jeez.
Why do you hate the Fallout show, Fee?
No, I don't hate the show. The game.
That's what I fucking thought.
The
Fallout, the trailer for the Fallout show. I gotta say, when I was told that there was going to be a Fallout show, I remember there was a fan show a number of years ago that was pretty good. And I was like, well, if they can do better than that, then maybe I'll pay attention. But I am a little bit skeptical. That being said, they kind of got me. They fucking One Piece live actioned me, and they gave me one trailer where I was like, maybe I do need to pay attention to this.
Listen, I think One Piece live action and its trailer really swayed me from like taking trailers into like getting fooled by trailers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that first One Piece trailer really made me angry. But then as they came out and I saw it, I was like, this wasn't bad. This was good.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not a fan of Fallout, but I know enough about it to watch the show and have fun with it. But I think it's going to be like, you don't have to have any prior knowledge. You can just watch it, right?
Yeah,
but you'll get more out of it.
And you'll figure, the thing is, I'm sure if you know all the deep lore of Fallout, you're going to have I don't know, maybe qualms with like, well, actually, this doesn't actually. Did you know that the Vault Corp doesn't act? It's actually run by the. Who gives a fuck?
I'm sure someone's gonna say that because depending on what vault it is, and I'm sure like Fallout has like a lore of where like the vaults are
Mm-hmm.
relative in the United States. So they're gonna be like, "Oh, that can't happen because that vault shouldn't even have that many people in there or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like I'm already waiting to hear that, but like I don't know what vault it is. I don't really care. The thing that I didn't like it looked like it was in the middle of a dry ocean, and I
Yeah.
don't get that.
The thing is, they've got. I'm wondering where the setting is because like they do have that like oil tanker that's just in the middle of a desert, and I'm like, okay, is that like the coastline? Are we like in a port town?
Yeah, did they sail out to an oil tanker and like go underwater to the fallout shelter?
I don't. Probably not. What I'm imagining is that this is like the oil tanker is like I like somewhere in like a big port city. Maybe it's like Seattle. Maybe it's like New
Oh, New York.
Orleans,
New York?
New York. Yeah, yeah, I could see New York.
Well, like the buildings they showed were kind of New Yorkish, but like I don't
Yeah,
know enough about like buildings.
yeah.
Like either way, like doesn't every Fallout take place after like the nuclear war of like World War II or something?
I mean, it's a nuclear war. I think it was like if the Cold War popped off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like everything's supposed to be like old timey, but like still old timey futuristic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like pop culture stopped evolving at like 1950 something.
Yeah,
And so we're all
so
like, drink a phosphate. It's good for your health. Your vigors will go up.
yeah, I really want people to have like that old timey talk. And then a thing that like kind of sold me was the makeup for the ghoul, which he's kind of CGI'd, but
Yeah.
he looked really good, and he was like
He looks super
the
good.
the part I saw was like him walking and like shooting people like in a settlement. I was like, oh
And their
fuck, dude,
heads
that
fucking exploding. Like,
yeah,
they
and
did
that
not
dude,
shy away from that. And I love that.
I'm gonna be like, dude, that's gonna be like my favorite. That's the guy. He's already like gonna be my favorite,
Yeah. He's the
and
man.
I'm really sad because he's gonna be my favorite, but he's gonna fucking die. I feel it, dude. I feel it.
It could be. I mean,
There's like no happy ending for ghouls in Fallout.
mm-hmm.
So like I don't know. But like I people are gonna be mad, and I haven't like looked online at like the usual suspects because like the main character is a girl.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at first I was like, well, shouldn't it be a guy? I'm like, well, no. Fallout 4, you could be any gender,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, Fallout 3, you could be any gender. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender,
Yeah. I mean,
and it's not like it.
yeah, even if all the games you played a dude, it wouldn't fucking matter. Like it's all about somebody trying to find their way in the wasteland and figuring out like all of them. I think start with you like leaving a vault. So
Customizing.
like you're in a very like in insular society, then you're exposed like a newborn baby to the wonderful radioactive wasteland, right?
Yeah.
So like you don't need to be a dude for that.
No. Uh, and you know, I only thought that because I'm like, well, I always play a dude. I'm like, well,
Hmm.
fucking duh, I'm a dude, and I
Yeah.
always play a dude.
Yeah.
So, like, but it looked good, and it doesn't even like show her being like a badass. It shows her like struggling,
Yeah.
as it should. Anyone coming from the vault should be struggling because
Yeah.
like the world's so different on the outside.
Yeah. World do be kind of fucked up, you know?
That's what I'm saying. But the trailer looked good. I don't know what it's going to be streaming on because it's going to be a show, and I don't even know how many episodes it's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, so far, like we have good ghoul what would you call it? Like CGI makeup practical
Yeah,
effects.
practical effects, makeup, and obviously they CGI'd his nose off.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I was thinking, I was like, wouldn't that be fucking sick if they did find an actor with no nose and they were
no,
like, fucking,
dude,
we
yes,
found you. This is you.
the one guy, and he happens to be a top notch actor.
Yeah. He's a top notch, and by top notch actor, we do mean man who can convincingly blow the fucking brains out of everyone.
I'm just that one scene in the trailer was really fucking good.
It's
It got me
so
hyped.
good. I cannot convey to you how much fun it was to watch that.
I'm wondering, are they gonna do VATS in the game? Are they gonna have
Oh
the Pit Boy?
yeah.
Are we gonna like see? It's gonna have to happen, right? She's gonna get a Pit Boy, and like she's gonna have a slow down time moment, or she's gonna like look at her thing, and it's gonna show percentages of like how she can hit, and it'll do like a time freeze thing.
Yeah.
I think at least like one time, but like that's neither here nor there. It's the only one trailer we got, and I'm kind of hyped for it.
Yeah.
And if it's on Prime, I really don't know it's gonna come out. I just got Amazon Prime, so
Oh hell
I
yeah.
might watch it. I might watch it.
I mean, I don't know why
Not
you
might.
would
I
like.
will. I will watch it. Not might. I will.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you're even remotely interested in a show, you have watched shows entirely that you didn't actually want to watch. You were just like, I don't know, I guess I'll try this, and then you just watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell people like your real thoughts on something if you don't watch the whole thing of something.
Well, that's right.
I mean, you can, but like you can't do it with your chest out like I do.
Yeah, yeah, you can't be like, it was shit. I watched the whole thing and it was grody.
Listen, I've done that for like it is mostly I'm gonna say recently it was Marvel shows
Mm-hmm.
that I've done that for, and I've sat through the whole thing, and I was just like, yeah, this was just dog shit. This was horrible.
Yeah.
The story was bad, and the everything was bad, and I stopped watching Star Wars shows, so I can't really speak on that. I can't speak on what's her name? Two Saber
Ahsoka.
Jane. Yeah,
Two Saber Jane. That's right. That's what they call her. They call her Split Darth Maul.
Darth.
You can get it, Fee. You can get it. You can get there. Darth.
Darth Memories.
Damn. Okay. Oh,
Yes!
that's okay. All right. I'll accept it.
That was so good. Oh, I'm locking that one in.
Fucking terrible.
That's good. Anyway, so I haven't seen Ahsoka. I haven't seen Andor.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see the other ones. I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett. I didn't watch Mandalorian season 3 because I was already fed up with that show.
Yeah. And that's I think that's reasonable because like for me, it got to the point specifically with Mando where I was like, I actually love Mando. I like Mando as a show is great.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, now we're going to do Book of Boba Fett. And I was like, I don't really want to watch Book of Boba Fett. And they were like, oh, we noticed that you didn't really want to watch Book of Boba Fett. So you got to watch part of Book of Boba Fett specifically to get some more Mando story. And I was like, oh, yes, this is the time in which I say, go fuck yourself. And I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, when I saw the trailer for Boba Fett, I was like, good Lord, he's so old. Why did he wait like 50 years to come out of the Sarlacc pit?
Yeah, he know, he was taking a little sar nap. Sarlacc nap.
Lapse in judgment.
No, that's a good one. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. I'm the master.
He lacks common sense.
Oh, that's a good one. Masters of zingers over here.
Yeah, that's right. We're no one can beat us. Don't try. If you do try, let us know on social media. You can follow us. You can follow us. Leave a YouTube comment.
Yeah, leave a YouTube comment. So getting away from Fallout, which looks good. If it's on Prime, I'm gonna watch it. I hope it's really good, and I'm excited. Let's go to our next trailer.
Yeah.
Furiosa, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Furiosa. I saw the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
It. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great. It kind of looks just okay.
The thing is, so what I was thinking, um, like when I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, all right, this is kind of interesting. And I was like, about halfway through, I went, is that fucking Anya Taylor-Joy? Sorry,
Yeah,
is that Anya Taylor-Joy? Why
yeah, it
isn't it
is.
Charlize Theron?
Because they needed a younger
I
actor because this
guess.
happened a long time ago.
And so I was like, okay, Charlize Theron, Anya Taylor Joy. I don't know, maybe that tracks. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'm being weird. And so I watched the trailer. I thought like, especially some of the sequences that look like sped up. I was like, okay, this is fucking Mad Max. This is sick. I'm really liking
Yeah,
this. It looked like there was like maybe a love story in it.
kinda.
I don't fucking need a love story
Yeah.
in Furiosa. Like I want to see her kicking ass. I want to see her like blowing shit
Taking
up.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I was waiting for like a Mad Max cameo, and it never happened. I I don't know. Like I love Mad Max. I just like him showing up and stuff. And I know it's not about him, but
I
like we
just
get
hope he shows up. I just like him.
I I just think he's neat.
I just think he's
Um,
neat.
I think
Oh man, I
what's
may be
cool.
able to do a Marge voice now that my voice is
Oh
shit.
yeah, do it. Fucking tell me you'll crump
Homie,
with me.
I can't do it. That sucks. It's still bad.
I'll crump with you, sweetie.
No, don't do that.
Look,
Ugh.
I love that. I have that shirt. Um, what's it called? We see a young Emoton Joe, right?
Yeah,
And I think he looks cool.
he
Emoton
looks
Joe's such a cool
great.
bad guy. He said I was excited too because we saw the Battle Boys, or what are they called?
The
The
battle,
War
yeah, War
Boys. The
Boys.
fucking I was hyped to see the War Boys again. I love those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I wasn't hyped was Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, Chris Hemsworth actually looks pretty fucking good, dude. I was actually surprised because I pulled up the trailer, and as I was pulling it up, I looked at like one of the comments, and they were like, "Wow, Chris Hemsworth, did a whatever," and I was like, "Chris Hemsworth." So like while I was watching the trailer, I was like, "Where's Chris Hemsworth? I don't see him." And then I
Yeah.
realized like, "Oh, he's the guy." He looks so different. Okay, all
Yeah,
right, cool.
they put a prosthetic nose on him.
Yeah,
And I was the same way until I saw his name pop up. I was like, Chris Hemsworth,
yeah,
but he's there, and like I'm excited that we're going to see some car fighting, some motorcycling.
yeah,
Like it didn't even have to be about Furiosa. I love the apocalyptic fucking drag weight race world.
yeah, man. It's
I
sick. It's so cool to like Mad Max. I haven't seen the original one. Um,
Oh, I did, and it wasn't great.
man, I saw Fury Road, and I was like, this shit is insane. I love this. And so it's like, oh, you mean I get another shot at being able to watch that? Okay, all right, I'm
I
willing
mean,
to
I'm
do that.
down. I'm down to watch it. It's just like I wish we could have seen like the aftermath of Fury Road, right?
Yeah,
I want to see like who the new big bad is because I like Emoton Joe. It's just I want to see what like this desolate wasteland conjured up.
yeah. Like
And
who's out here being a shitter, you know?
who's Mad Max gonna have to like fucking max mad on?
I mean, the thing is, like, if this is like Furiosa's backstory, I'm very whenever they announce like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a Furiosa backstory movie, I was like, okay, I'm fucking way down for that. So long as like same director, all the same stuff. Um, the
That's a different director.
is it?
It wasn't Mad Max Michael Bay?
What? No. Oh wait, no. You mean Fury Road?
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not. It was George Miller.
Oh, I was wrong.
You shitter.
I don't know who directs things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
Well,
okay.
who?
Let's see. I'm looking at George Miller's thing. So it looks like Road Warrior, like Mad Max. So he was the writer on Mad Max and Mad Max 2. He was a producer on Fury Road. Let me go see who directed it.
Dude,
Oh, it was George Miller. Great.
dude, Road Warrior is such a good movie. Mad Max Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Don't watch the first one. The first one's kind of trash. Mad Max Road Warrior is so good, and Mad Max Thunderdome is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Road Warrior is basically Fury Road on a less grand scale.
Ooh.
And like more practical effects. Like he's with these people and he has to break into like these road warriors. A guy with like the big metal mask on his. I think he has like this gimp costume on,
Mm.
and they have to like get the gas from him to like give to the other people. And then he rides one of those little personal like helicopters, like go-kart helicopter.
So this is just like hmm. This is just like Fist of the North Star. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, the costume is exactly fucking Fist of the North Star.
Hell yeah.
So I really like that movie. You could skip the first movie, watch Road Warrior, and you have the option to watch Thunderdome if you want. And then watch Fury Road. Fury Road's really good though.
Yeah, Fury Road is insanely good, and the fact that George Miller is back for this one makes me like want to trust it. The CGI, there's some CGI in it that I was like, I'm not so sold on that. But
especially when like that car's coming down the dune.
Yeah.
You're like, oof.
I'm like, did you need to do that?
But maybe like it's just one shot and like not the whole thing.
And maybe
so,
it's fine. The thing is like
fine. It'll go by fast. You won't even notice it.
The likelihood of me going to go see a movie in theaters, let alone a Furiosa movie, very slim. Because of children. And so
well, yeah, you have a children.
Yeah, you can. You can tell
will.
me all about it.
I will. Actually, the theater near me reopened again after getting renovated and bought out by a new company. So I'm excited to go see something in theaters because they just opened it and I want to see what their deal is inside.
Oh, hell yeah. Why not? Like, that's one bad thing about being up here in Washington. There's not many places that have the concept of
they banned all theaters.
Yeah, they said no more movies. You can't watch movies anymore. No, they don't have the concept of like an Alamo Drafthouse style like order dinner and like watch a movie, and that's like my favorite shit. I'm like, why don't you do that?
That's so lame. I love going and sitting in a nice chair and eating a goddamn hot dog and popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dumb. Love Alamo Drafthouse. Hey, Alamo Drafthouse, if you're no, I'm just kidding. But I get a sponsor from Alamo Drafthouse. They fucking rock.
Mm-hmm.
If they gave me like a coupon book where they were just like, if you do our sponsorship for us, you will give you X amount of dollars and X amount of free movies per year.
Yeah, which like sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I'd be down. They have good food. They have like drinks. Oh, and they especially like when like a big thing is coming to Alamo Drafthouse,
mm-hmm.
they put out like special meals and like special drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
For when you're watching it. I only remember one time I went there and not had a great time, but like I fell asleep while watching a movie.
Yeah.
It was Ready Player One.
Nice.
But it wasn't because the movie was bad. I mean, the movie's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, I went with my ex, and I had just gotten off work. Like, it was, I had worked all night, and they were like, she was like, oh, come and watch the movie with me. I'm like, I'm very tired. And she's like, well, my whole family's coming, so come and watch. And I was like, okay. And I made it all the way to, like, the last 20 minutes, and I fucking conked out. And I woke up as the movie was ending. And she was like, I was like, did I miss anything? She was like, well, you missed like the last 20 minutes. So I'm like, I'm so tired.
You're like, yeah, did he win? Did he win?
Did he get the last Easter egg? I waited until it came like to like DVD to like rent it from like a Red Box to see the last 20
Oh
minutes.
no.
And I didn't want to go see it again. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. That movie's like 2-3 hours, or it feels like it. It's boring sometimes.
Yeah, I read the book because I'm that guy. I read the
Oh,
book and I was like, oh, this is kind of like a really fun book. And then I saw the trailer for the movie and I was like, this actually looks pretty good. And then I saw it was the exact opposite of the One Piece trailer, where like the first trailer I was like, wow, this is really good, and the second trailer I went, this actually looks kind of dog shit, actually.
yeah. It was, oh, man. It wasn't that good. Like, so it was fine when they're in the real world. Some of the stuff they do doesn't make sense. Like running through the fucking neighborhood in VR and it's in the game. I'm like, how the hell does that work?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would he put on a suit to make him feel pain in the VR world when he's fighting like people with guns in the game? Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? And then
Because it's more immersive. That's why.
God, that's so stupid. And then the girl who's just like, we're all a little messed up, and I didn't want you to see me in real life because I'm hideous. And she like pulls her hair over and has like this little like scar on her eye. And she's like, I'm gross.
Yeah, it's the same way in the book where like and I didn't get this until afterward. So after I got done reading the book, I was like, wow, that was really good. I had a really fun time reading it. And then somebody was like, yeah, I liked Ready Player One, except in like some parts, like, it seems like a little, I don't know, shitty in these specific ways. And the more that they talked about it, the more that I was like, oh, yeah, hey, you're right. Fuck that. Because like,
Yeah, that was stupid.
happens in the book too, where she's like, yeah, I didn't want you to like, cause I'm so ugly, and she just looks the same, but she's got a port wine stain on her face, which is the
Yeah,
name of
yeah.
like that birthmark, and like, and then he's like, oh no, I still think you're beautiful. And like, it's written in such a way that you're like, wow, what a fucking champion this guy is. Wow, he really looked past a birthmark in order to like the woman of his dreams. He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna overlook your ugly ass
Yeah, it's
birthmark.
like,
I'm what a hero I am. That's how it's written.
he's like, other people would see your grotesque, hideous fucking birth defect and turn away or vomit. Not me though. I fucking love it. Just
God.
give it to me.
I love it.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just saying, like the movie is fine, but like I haven't seen that movie in 6 years, and I'm not ready like to watch it again. It is what I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, there is a Ready Player 2 book that came out. And like,
Sounds like trash.
after talking to enough people after I read the first book, I was like, okay, I did really enjoy, like, and I'm super guilty of this, especially with movies. I'm like, if I had a fun time, I'm like, that was a great movie, and then I talk to people later and I'm like, oh yeah, it was pretty garbage actually. Like, when I'm thinking about it, it's garbage, but I did have a really fun time reading it or enjoying it.
I had a fun time in the moment, but like,
yeah, in the moment.
I think about it,
Yeah, because like
that happened to me recently when I saw FNAF.
oh yeah.
Because like I had a good time watching it, but like after like sitting and thinking about it, I'm like, man, that movie like dragged on. It wasn't great.
Yeah. The thing is, so I had, it was the most whiplash I've ever had. Me and like 3 friends went to go, like my wife included, went to go see Now You See Me, the fucking magician bank robbery movie. And I was like, what a great idea for a movie. This is going to be sick. And actually one of my friends also thought that. So like, at the very least, we were in from the premise. We all get out of the movie, get into the car, and I'm like, wow, what'd you guys think? I thought that was great. And everybody in the car was like, that movie was shit. What are you talking about? And I was like, no, it was really good. I thought this part was like, I thought it was really fun. I liked all the characters, and they're like, what characters are you taught? There's no character to anyone. Like, and they're going through how dumb the plot is and how parts of it doesn't make any sense at all. And I was like, what are you like? I have never in my life been so confident in something being incorrect, or in like my opinion in something, and then realizing that no one shares that opinion. I was like, oh, you're all. I was half mad, half embarrassed that I liked it. I was like, man. Wow, I didn't know that I went to go see this movie with Siskel and Ebert. Damn, a bunch of assholes here.
Yeah, a bunch of jerk asses just scowling through the whole movie.
Yeah, you wow, you really love. Sorry, it wasn't a French art film, idiots.
God.
And then sure enough, like a day later, I was like, yeah, okay, you're right, but also.
But also, you didn't have to be so mean about it.
You didn't have to be so right about it, okay?
Not right away, but what's it called? I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think I've ever been to a movie and, I don't know, had a really good opinion on it and had people be like, oh, that was awful.
Wow, what a fucking idiot you must be.
I genuinely like movies that I go see. Save for this one time that I don't know if I told the story, but when it was like, man, it was like 15 years ago. It was I took me and my sister would go and watch movies all the time, and I took her to go see this movie called The Darkest Hour.
Ooh.
It was about aliens, right?
Yeah.
Aliens invading, and they're like invisible aliens, but the only way you know they're there is whenever they get close to like light bulbs or electronic, it lights them up, and then you have like an opportunity to see where they are and shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie is trash. It is pure dog ass.
Mm-hmm.
It made me so angry. I said, Jess, I'm really angry. We're gonna sneak into the theater across from us and watch a different movie. And we did.
Man.
And we ended up watching this tells you how old it is, fucking Mission Impossible 4, the one where he's climbing on the building.
Yeah.
And we had a better time, but like that's the only time I've been really angry about a movie.
Man, that's like the thing, sneaking into theaters. I specifically remember one summertime, so I'm such a rule follower that the idea of sneaking into a theater makes me like, oh, I can't do that. But what I did do is me and a friend went to go see two movies. So like my dad dropped us off and we were like, okay, we're going to go see this movie and then we're going to go see this other movie. But there's like a 45-minute gap in the middle. And what we were doing, like we got out of the first movie and we're thinking about like, oh yeah, what's the bathroom? Then we were thinking about like going to go play some arcade games, but like we'd played arcade games before that and we're just kind of done. And then I was like, oh, actually, what if like, I mean, we paid for 4 movie tickets between us. What if we just fucking sneak into a movie we don't give a shit about for 30 minutes and then go to the movie we're supposed to go? Fuck it, whatever. And so, yeah, we were like 13 and like I was like, okay, so we got to go to the bathroom. That way you go to the bathroom and you go to the bathroom like by the theater. That way, when you leave the bathroom and you walk into a theater, people are like, well, you're supposed to be there. Yeah, makes sense.
The bathroom's there, of course. The thing is, I don't think the people at the concession stand, once you're in, really give a shit.
No, they almost certainly don't. It's also, I will say, like, we did. I forgot what movie I forgot what the 2 movies that we were going to go see, but the movie that we snuck into was the fucking Winnie the Pooh movie, because like that was one of the only movies that was playing at the time, and so we went in, and I remember being like I came in around the time, or was it like It was either the Winnie the Pooh movie or the Tigger story, because it was like
a Tigger movie.
Yeah, Tigger was like alone, and he was so sad about being alone. He's like, I lost all my friends, and I'm bouncing around. And Tigger's the only one. He's crying about it or whatever. And I got into the theater and was like, that's fucking sad. Like, has it been this sad the whole time?
Christopher Robin, looks like we have some interlopers. Let's kill him. This is y'all guys.
Yeah.
This is gonna date me, but my brother snuck me into a movie when I was a kid. We went to the movies, and we wanted to see South Park, the movie. And he was too young to buy me a ticket. I was too young to be considered his kid.
Yeah.
And he got really angry. And he was like, he pulled me aside. He's like, hey, we can't watch that movie. You're not old enough. And in front of the people, I guess, making a show. And he's like, do you want to watch anything else? And I was like, well, Inspector Gadget's there. And he's like, all right, we'll buy Inspector Gadget tickets. And he buys the tickets, and we get our snacks. And these movies are playing like at the same time, and they're on the same side. So we go in with all our stuff, and I walk into the theater, and he's like, hey, let's go to the South Park movie.
Hey, where the fuck are you going?
Where do you think you're going? And then we go and see the South Park movie, and we have a good ass time. But like, I was like maybe 10, maybe under. When did that movie come out?
It was a while ago.
It was like 2000 or 2001. I had to have been like 10 years old or something.
Yeah.
But like I shouldn't have
1999.
Seen that movie. Oh yeah, dude. I was like 10 years old. And I probably shouldn't have seen that movie at that age, but we had a good time, and I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. The thing is, did I tell you how I saw the South Park movie?
How'd you see it?
Oh, fuck. So, when I was a kid, I used to go spend every summer with my grandparents, and so I would stay at their house all summer. And the cool thing was that my sister lived in the same city, and so sometimes me and my sister would hang out. We'd like play board games or whatever. And I had been telling her, I was like, you have got to get me into the South Park movie. Like, my sister's 8 years older than I am. Yeah. And what is it like? So 99, I would have been 12, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, my sister is 20. We could just pretend like my sister is older, and it's fine. Like, my sister will buy 2 tickets. I'll go in. It'll be okay. Yeah. And I kept asking my sister, I was like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta go to go watch the South Park movie. My sister was like, yeah, hell yeah. I've just like, remind me, like, I can't do it today, but like couple days, and like I'm there at my grandparents' house doing dick all. And so I'm like, come on, man, we gotta go. We gotta go to the movie. And so like
time's wasting.
Like, it came out, and then it left the theaters and was in the dollar theater.
Yeah.
By the time I was like, hey, I'm going to go back home, like, in a week or two. We have to go see this movie now. And my sister was like, sorry, I'm just really busy. I don't have time. And I eventually, I was just so focused on going to go see this movie. Like, I had decided I have to go see this movie. Like, nothing is going to stop me. So I convinced my grandfather to take me. And that was maybe the worst decision I've ever made. Because I spent like 20 minutes convincing him, like, yeah, it's rated R. It's like, but it's a cartoon. It's not that bad. It's probably just rated R for language, and it's like fine. Like, it's a sort of like edgy cartoon show that comes on Comedy Central. It should be fine.
Yeah.
And there's so many things inside of the South Park movie where I was like, I'm watching this with my grandpa. Oh, fuck, like, I looked over a couple of times and he's watching the movie, and I'm like, could you pretend to be asleep maybe? Could you leave? Could you do anything? Because I'm dying here. Like, fucking shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. I'm like, God, no. Any scene with Satan and Saddam Hussein couldn't do it. Like all of those scenes, I was just like Blame Canada, great song, awesome. I
Great
love
song,
where
yeah.
this is going. Like this is great. And then fucking they cut to like Saddam Hussein with a giant dildo, and I'm like, stop it, please.
You're like gripping the fucking arms and you're like peeking at your grandfather.
I think that's where my like really heightened sense of secondhand embarrassment came from, is because like I'm so afraid of being and experiencing cringe now that like it transfers to other people, because that experience was. And the South Park movie is it's not a short movie either.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we were in there the whole time, and it's 81 minutes. I just looked it up. And I the whole time was like, fucking kill me, please. God, when is this movie gonna be over? And like it kept doing that thing where it's like, okay, the movie is fine for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then fucking dildo, or like
yeah.
oh, we're gonna shove things in people's asses, and I'm like, God, please. And yeah, from like my grandpa and we just didn't talk about it. We left the theater, and I was like, normally I'd be like, let's talk about the movie. How'd you like the movie? I just fucking said nothing.
He didn't like look at you once and was like, how'd you like the movie? Nothing.
No.
Just silence.
Just silence. And I was
not
like,
even fucking. What, do you want to get something to eat afterwards, sport? Just silent. Dead. And he just stares off into like the fucking abyss.
He's just like, oh God.
Well, like, here's the funny. What if he like really liked that movie? But
that's
like,
the thing. Like 10% of me is like, maybe he actually was really into the movie and was like, okay, this is really good, but I can't have a bonding experience like this with my 12-year-old grandson over the dildo movie. Like
the fucking what's it called? Saddam Hussein gay Satan relationship. Just, man, that's so good, because like me and my brother had like such a good time watching it. Like I went home singing the song, and my parents were like, what did you go see? How did you get up there? And I'm singing like fucking instead step one, instead of shit, say poo. Fucking
yeah.
I'm singing that, and they were laughing at me because on one of the parts in that song, he says giving hand jobs for crack, right?
Yeah,
that's one of the lyrics. And I didn't hear it the first time, so I said selling hedgehogs for crack.
No.
and they like laughed at me because like my brother knew what it said.
Yeah.
But I thought it said selling hedgehogs for crack.
Yeah, because I know what happened there. You were too young to know what a hand job was,
yeah,
and so
of course I was.
So some words came at you, and you didn't quite understand them, and you were like, "Well, the only word that I know that matches that sound that was just made is hedgehog." Doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
Well,
sure.
The gesture didn't make sense, but like, I just thought that was like a set, like a hawking, like selling a hedgehog. Like
it's a Britishism. Selling me hedgehogs.
Selling me hedgehogs. I love that movie, and me and my brother had such a good time watching it together. And then I was a little upset. I was like, I want to see Inspector Gadget too, though.
Yeah. You're like, hey, but can we go to Inspector Gadget? Or?
I remember wanting to see that movie because I was collecting all the Inspector Gadget parts from fucking, what is it, McDonald's?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
To make the big Inspector Gadget.
Hell yeah.
One more experience I had at the theater, and this is a short one. I tricked my dad into taking me to go see Tenacious D.
Ooh. Okay.
Tenacious D had just come out in the theaters, and I was really pumped to go see it.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a car at the time. I didn't know how to get there, and you were already out in college, and I think Mike was not
Too
around.
gay.
Too gay. He wasn't around. Like, you were out in college, he wasn't around, and I was like, fuck, I want to see this movie. And I was like, well, how am I gonna get there? Like, the only theater that was near me was in Corpus.
Mm-hmm.
So I, on the spot, I was like, Dad, can you take me to Corpus and drop me off at the movies? And he was like, what? What for? You know my dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? What for? And I was just like, I'm going with the drama club to go and watch a movie together. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. He's like, okay. I'm like, but, I'm like, can you wait like an hour and a half for the movie to be over? And he's like, why? What for? I'm like, because they're gonna go eat afterward, and I don't want to go.
Hell yeah.
And like, he thought about it for a while, and he was like, all right, let's go. So I went to go see Tenacious D by myself in a theater that had like almost nobody in it
Hell yeah.
on like the week it released. And I had a good ass time watching it.
Yeah.
And then I never told my dad that story. Like, I never told him. I fucking lied to him.
God, that's so fucking funny. That's so good too. Like, I like, I'm surprised that he agreed to waiting an hour and a half. Like, that was always the hard sell for like my parents, is if you're like, hey, can you take me to go see a movie? If they're not coming with you, they have to drop you off and come pick you back up. And from where we grew up, it's a half-hour drive. So
Yeah.
you're like, your parents are literally driving 30 minutes there, driving like, and if they're coming home, they're driving 30 minutes back.
Yeah.
Then like waiting at the house for 5 minutes and then driving 30 minutes back to go pick you up. So like the only option is like go drop you off and then go to the park, go to a store or something.
Dude, you know what he did?
What?
He went to the store and bought him a 6-pack of beer and sat in the theater parking lot just
Oh
drinking.
my God.
And like, I asked him, I was like, where were you this whole time? He's like, I went to go buy me some beer and I just sat here and I drank. And I waited for you. And I was like, okay. I'm like, we can go home
nice.
now.
Do you think you think your dad was like looking at the front of the theater and he's like, he sees you coming out and he's like, I don't see any of those other drama kids. Maybe they're all inside. Hmm.
I don't see anything. And I'm just like, he never questioned it. And he was like, whatever.
Ah, that's fine.
I really wanted to see the Tenacious D movie, and I did.
Dude,
So.
So fun fact, I saw the Tenacious D movie for free. For whatever reason, there was this thing where like I got an offer at like for being in college or whatever. There was a thing on college campus that was like, hey, if you want to go see this Tenacious D movie, you and a +1 get to go for free. And it's like a screening, and it was like a day before it came out officially. And I was like, well, yeah, I was going to go see this movie anyway. Obviously, I want to go see this movie. And man, yeah, the theater was full. But it was full of people that were there because it was free. And it's clear because like parts in which you would imagine like, big laughs, like, you're like, oh, come on, this is great. He just hit a button with his boner. Come on, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there was like almost no one in the theater. And so I was having a good time by myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I'm like, man, why did no one come see this movie? Like, it's good.
Yeah.
And like, it is a good movie. It's a cult classic. And I remember when it came out in DVD, I bought it. And, I've told the story before, but that was like my sister's like favorite movie. She replayed it like 30 times a day.
Yeah.
But also we did the same thing. We would go see bad movies all the time, but it was always good to see Jess says greatest movie of all time. Knew she was fucking watching.
Yeah.
but when we went to go see Team America World Police, that
Oh
was the
yeah.
best. That was our favorite movie
Yeah,
for
dude.
like years.
I mean, that was between the conversation between you and me and Mike was about 10% Team America World Police quotes. Just, I think he's saying, kiss me, smart ass motherfucker.
Dude, I was really upset because I said that at work the other day and no one got it.
God, I don't. Team America World Police is, I would say, one of those movies that does not hold up as far as like, maybe we shouldn't have made fun of people from the Middle East about as much as we did here, because it's a kind of a lot. But I have a feeling that Matt and Trey Parker were like, all right, 9/11 just happened. We have full license to do whatever we want with like people that are from the Middle East, and we're gonna fucking run with it.
Dude, here's the thing. That even if that wasn't the case, they still would have done it. They really don't care.
I don't think they care, but I don't think that they would have gotten any funding for it. I have a feeling they would have been like, nah, we can't. You can't. I don't know about that.
Dude, if Comedy Central was funding it, they would have funded it no matter what. Come on, they were pushing the limits with South Park.
That's true.
They were doing like shit in South Park that things didn't usually happen on TV with cartoons.
Well, yeah.
So like, I'm thinking Team America World Police would have happened no matter what.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's like, and I'm glad that it did. It's like, it's such a movie of its time, and I think about quotes from it still, like just every once in a while, especially just the vomit scene. No matter how many times I see it, always makes me laugh. It can't I never, because you never know when it's ending, and so you're like, okay, that was it. Oh my god, it's still going.
I still love the chase scene, like when they're in Egypt and Cairo,
God, it's
blowing
so
up
good.
all the things. But like, the funny thing is, I remember like we were real hype on that movie, and we went to, what was it, FYE or Hot Topic in the mall.
Yeah.
And we're like fucking talking about Team America, and the guy that works there, he's like, "Oh, Team America," and he was like, "Team America, World Police."
We were like, yeah. That's how it went. You know it.
That was. Here's like, okay, so here's the thing. I've thought about this. I think he knew the words, but like as he was singing it, he caught himself, and he's like, "I can't say fuck yeah at work." he had to divert. He was just like, "Oh, we're police."
Right?
It was, man, such a good movie.
God,
I love that movie.
So many parts of that movie are just, I still every once in a while, like especially if I'm doing something dangerous, or like I'm standing up on a stool putting up a shelf, my wife is like, be careful. I'm like, I promise I will never die. Just to put their mind at ease, baby.
They don't even get it.
No.
Have they seen
I think yeah, they have.
Okay.
Yeah, Team America is cross-generational. It bridges the divide.
I want to say I'm surprised they haven't made a part 2, but I'm also happy they haven't.
Yeah,
because it's one of those movies where you can't make a sequel because, like, I don't know, I feel like it would just be almost not pushing it, but like trying too hard to like one up the first one.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be like as genuine as the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I really like Team America. I want to watch it again. Just like, now that we brought it up, I want to watch it again.
Yeah, I wonder if it's on a streaming service.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure like it's on Paramount. I think. Yeah, it's on Paramount.
Ooh, okay, all right.
I only know that because we have Paramount now.
Hell yeah.
That's where I saw Good Burger 2. Such a good movie.
Man, why didn't we decide to talk about Good Burger 2? Man, I didn't see it, and I'm not going to. So this is the perfect time to talk about it. But we have other things to talk about, Fee.
All right, well, tell me.
Tell you what about the things we did talk about.
Well, no, the other things. You said we have other things.
Yeah, the other things we got to talk. Listen.
What do we got to talk about?
We got to talk about the fact that that there's gonna be a Suicide Squad anime, and that
I forgot.
The shit actually looks super good. Like,
okay,
how does it look that good? I don't understand.
Here's the thing. It looks and sounds good. And maybe because I'm some kind of weeb, some kind of fucking anime nerd, that I don't want to see it in English.
No, why would you? It doesn't make any sense. Especially like listening to the Japanese voices is already such a treat.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that like whatever they were like, oh yeah, this is like an anime of like DC, you know. I was like, okay, we've seen, you know, fucking Samurai Batman. We've seen like, you know, I love
Samurai Batman.
Yeah, we've seen like some of like anime of DC stuff. We've seen that before, and it's like it's fine, it's interesting, but something really clicked for me once they isekai'd, and once like Harley was like, wait, you're our enemies, right? That means we get to beat the shit out of you. And I was like, oh, now I get it. Now this is okay. So you've taken some villains. They have their own superpowers, and now like they are recognizable villains with recognizable superpowers in this like in this fantasy world where they're fighting orcs and shit. You're like, yes, okay, now I get it, and now I'm super in. Like, did my eyes deceive me? Do they have fucking Clayface with them?
Yeah, they had Clayface, King
so
Shark,
good,
Deadshot, Harley, Joker.
I didn't see Joker in there. Like I thought, because I saw Joker in the beginning.
Harley. Yeah.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Well, no, actually, I don't know if he gets isekai'd.
That's like, the part that because like you could see him in the beginning, but I didn't know if he got isekai'd or not.
Maybe. Man. Although people are mad about that design.
About what
that
design?
The Joker design.
Why? It's no worse than the Jared Leto one.
Because he has the fang mouth painted on his mouth.
So?
They said stupid. They're like, that's so stupid.
Wow, have you seen Jared Leto? It's like you can't get more stupid a Joker than Jared Leto. Like
people are saying
he made the absolute worst Joker of all time. There's nothing worse than that.
People saying that looks better than this one.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm like a fucking mouth painted on him is where you draw the line.
Yeah, as opposed to him putting a tattoo on his hand and putting that over his mouth. Oh yeah, no, that design looks way better. You're right. I'm so sorry. How many trench coats do you own, sir? Just a quick question. Do you have a whole closet full of trilbies, or is it just the one that you wear every day and don't wash?
It has. Okay, he has a lot of trilbies and one trench coat. He's not gonna buy more than one. He's not even gonna watch the one.
No, absolutely not.
But what's it called? It looks like, when I think of like an anime Joker, like it fits the bill. Painted on his face, of course.
Yeah, sure.
It looks super good. The movie looks good. The VAs all perfect for them. Like, I want to know what happens. They're just, because like they're on a time limit. They're like we have like 48 hours before our heads get blown up.
Yeah, they have 60 hours, and the thing is, I'm like, is that gonna work? Are they gonna be able to push the button in another world and kill you in this one? No, like what is this?
I think maybe because they lost connection to the actual world, it's like a failsafe that blows up in 60 hours.
Oh God. You're probably right.
So like they're like, we got to figure out a way to get home, or else we're all gonna die. And maybe not Clayface. I don't know how that would work. Because like if he got his head blown off, like he would just come back.
Can't Clayface just like morph his way out of the thing? Like,
unless they have like a Clayface like failsafe.
What if that's what they do? What if like What if, what if for whatever reason, like Amanda Waller did not think of this, and they get isekai'd, and the fucking first thing that my man Clayface does is he's like, "All right, there we go. I'm just taking this off," and they're like, "Come on, Clayface," and he's like, "Nah, I'll see you guys. I'm gonna go. I'm good. I'm just gonna go live somewhere else."
Dude, I want to know like how they got there, and I want to know who they're fighting. Like it looks so good. Like and they got John Cena Peacemaker.
Yeah,
God.
pretty good. The thing is, what I'm wondering also, um, like I'm wondering if the villain is someone from the DC world that's like taken over and is like, oh yeah, that's the Demon Lord, fucking Penguin. That's Penguin
where,
the Demon Lord.
that's where Joker comes in again. Joker gets isekai'd, but immediately takes over like the fucking Shogun.
Yeah,
just like he did
maybe
in Batman Samurai.
What if they isekai Joker first and they put him in a different timeline on accident, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta go get him, and so they send in the Suicide Squad after him, but they can't put them in at the same timeline. So they're like, all right, Joker's been in there for 5 or 6 years. We don't know where he is, but you need to go in there and bring him back, and he's a fucking demon lord. That'd be great.
I think my favorite thing about this is it's not a movie, it's a show.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna be tuning in like every week, and I'm gonna be watching it, and I'm gonna be having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped for that. Like I saw the first trailer, I was pretty pumped. It didn't show much, and then this one that just came out, God, it is so fucking good.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
I don't know who animated it, but like it's so fucking crisp.
Yeah.
And all the characters are right, all the fucking VAs are right. All I'm saying is like I'm gonna watch it in subs.
Oh, it's by Studio Wit.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's good shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the animation looks really good. Basically everything about it looks really nice. Studio Wit, just for context, they did Attack on Titan all the way up until 2019. And then a couple of other things. They did Vinland Saga in 2019.
That makes sense because like the Joker when they showed him kind of looks like Levi.
Yeah. They are partial animators on Spy Family, and they did Ranking of Kings. I
still gotta watch season 2 of Spy Family.
By the way, can I just say that the fact that they're calling this just
Suicide Squad
Isekai is like if they leave that as the actual title, they couldn't. That's like number 2 behind Snakes on a Plane for like, well, that's just what it is. It's a Suicide Squad Isekai. That's what the title is.
That's the name. They can't. It didn't say working title. That's the name.
Yeah,
Suicide Squad Isekai.
You can put it on a shirt. Just God, it's got such big like. I don't know if you knew this, but let's see, the football team here, the Washington Redskins.
Aren't they the Commanders now?
Yeah, they're the Commanders now. But before there was a 1-year history, like between Redskins, they decommissioned the name. There was one football season where they didn't have a name yet, and so the name was just the Washington Football Team.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Fucking so good.
We're the
you can't get a better name than that.
Players.
I wish I would have gotten a shirt.
Aw, maybe you could still find one.
Yeah, that's fair. I could probably find one.
You just have to look online and find it.
It's true.
But before you do that, why don't you tell everyone else where they can find us?
Yeah, hey, you can find us right here on twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod, where we record anytime between 0 and 2 times a week. We don't have a set schedule, so if you just follow us on Twitch, it'll send you a little push notification directly to your phone that'll tell you like, hey, these chuckle fucks are live, and then you can come and watch us. It'll be great.
Yeah, look at our handsome PNGs and jerk off. I don't know.
Yeah, you can listen. You can listen to my very good monotoned Penn Jillette voice, and you soil yourself with excitement.
Listen to my very good impressions.
Yeah, listen to Fee's extremely good impressions. You can also, if you don't want to catch or can't catch this live, listen. There's nobody out there who doesn't want to catch this live. It's just you can't. I
Yeah,
get it.
I'm not gonna shame you out loud in person. So think
Absolutely.
about it. I'll
Yeah,
think about it.
I'll do it. I mean, I'll do it to your face. I'm not going to call you out on the internet. That would be mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can catch the replay. We upload these every Wednesday at around 2 p.m. Central. That's the same day that the audio version of the podcast comes out, which comes out on every podcatcher at like 5 in the morning. That way you can listen to it on your way to work.
Hell yeah. And also watch our TikToks and our shorts because they are bangers.
Yeah, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@GoGettasPodcast, and just fucking watch our shorts because they're all so good. You can hear how good Fee the Impression Master is. And
the impressionist.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he could do anything. We're not going to do it right now. Like, he's not going to do an impression right now because we just got done doing a whole show. He's expended all of his goof juice. So not now.
My goof levels are down.
Yeah, he can't. He's already used up his FP for the turn. So, yeah, we'll get at you next time. Just watch our shorts.
Leave a comment down there and tell me what impression you want me to do.
Yeah, Fee will do any impression that you ask him to, and just leave it as a YouTube comment. He'll get to it.
Yeah, like, follow, and subscribe, baby. And after you do that, I want you to grab all your friends, wrangle them all together, put a bomb in their head, and then go to another world. I want you to go to another world and fight your way through to survive because you have the will to live and you want your head to be blown up even though you put yourself in that situation. I want you to get to the big demon lord Joker, fight him and kill him and come back to our world and then go get him.
Go get him.
Maybe don't beat him first. Go get him, and then you're going to go beat him, and then go get him.
You invited people to get their friends and put a bomb in their head?
Yeah. So that way it can be authentic.
Listen, we can't just go on an adventure together. There has to be some level of risk. Not for me, obviously, not for me, but for you. Like, you gotta have your shit on the line. Like, I know I'm dedicated to the cause, and I know that about myself. I don't know that about you. So, like, you're...
No, but see, listen, I'm at risk of losing my friend.
Mm-hmm. Which is, so sad.
Yeah, I'd be upset. I'd be devastated. And then the moral of that story would be the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Honestly, it's surprising that you haven't done it already. Like, all of your friends and family should have a bomb inside of their heads right now. If you really loved them.
How do you know I haven't done it?
Oh, shit. Bye.
Bye.